Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is GC Performance here. Today we have the ALLEZ Sprint 2021 with disc brakes on there, weighing in at 22 pounds, 6 ounces. And then in kilos, it is 10.14 kilos. And this is a size 61 frame, so double XL. Stay tuned to after the video where you'll get a free body sound test on those custom-made zip wheels that you'll see more about in the video. Thank you. Bye. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have for you guys a 2021 Specialized ALLEZ Sprint disc model. This is actually custom made to size or fit an NFL defensive tackle. He's actually one of our customers in here, actually a pretty good buddy of mine. I actually met him through a mutual friend. He wanted to get into cycling. So just a little background to it. He started riding bikes. He wanted to do it for cardio. But when he came into the store, he was about like 6'4", 6'5", I think, and plus 300 pounds. So I was a little bit nervous about putting him on a road bike at the time, but he said he wanted to do cycling. So I was like, okay, let me get you on like a double XL hardtail mountain bike, something with wider tires, something that could take the beating. You know, I figure, it's a bigger dude, yes, and plus, it's not just more fat, it's a lot of muscle too. He's got a lot of power behind him. So I was just kind of scared to put him on a bike and screw up a reputation with that. So the more he rode, the more he got comfortable on the bike. And then he's like, hey, I really want to step forward to doing like full-on road bike riding. I want to get into something like that. So my biggest concern was obviously the fails of the wheel on there, and also, frame as well. I didn't want to put him on anything carbon, so I got the ALLEZ Sprint, which I think is a great amount of performance on there. And the carbon fork will help out with the compliancy, but mainly just the wheels, how they'll work, how they hold up. So what we ended up doing is, I start off on the normal wheels that came on this bike, which I think are DT Swiss R470s, and I just sent them out to our local J&B importers and had them rebuilt with 14 gauge spokes. And they lasted for a long time, and it worked. He's like, all right, well, I really want to get some carbon wheels. I want to get those deep dish wheels. I was like, okay. So then we got a pair of Zip 404 rims that we ordered from Zip directly. And then we got a pair of the DT Swiss 350 hubs. Nothing crazy, just with a J-hook spoke so I can still run a 14 gauge. And I sent them down to J&B and did the same thing. These are 14 gauge thick spokes, thicker than normal 12 gauge spokes that usually come on bikes. But they're beefy, they're massive, and they've held up. And he rode them in Florida for a long time. Also, another thing I did was, these used to be 28s on here, but as he rode more and more, and I think he took it up to Chicago too, because he plays for that team now as well. What's it called? He went to a 32 tire for more gravel ready roads, stuff like that. So this is gonna give him better comfort. The bigger tire is gonna distribute that weight a little bit better as well. But there's some climbs over there, and same over here, there's some bridges. And my biggest concern is a carbon wheel has to be done right. It has to be laced right, and the tensions have to be there. But you gotta think, if he gets up and sprints or climbs on it, it's just a lot of weight and power. So very concerned, but everything's held up. So we've also done a couple custom modifications up here as well, but I'll go ahead and get into that. If I didn't mention his name is John Jenkins. He said I could disclose that too as well, so that way, But yeah, good buddy of mine, really nice guy, class act. But I kind of just want to show off the bike, what we did to it. And I think it's really cool. So if you are interested in a road bike and you're thinking you can't do all this stuff, you have to get only limited to Clydesdales and stuff like that, there are options out there. Talk to your local stores, see what they can do for you. It was expensive, yes. You got to think, you have to get a custom rim, or you had to get rims, which are more money. You had to buy the hubs, which were more money. You had to pay money to get them relays. So it was expensive to do that. So just keep that in mind. But obviously he wanted something that was going to be efficient, wasn't going to fail and work. But very nice. So the bike alone, the Specialized ALLEZ Sprint, retail for $2,200 for 2021. This model, as you see, with everything on here, pedals, mount, saddlebag, which has a bunch of tubes and CO2s inside here, cages and everything, and that crank is a Dura-Ace power meter crank. This bike came in at 22 pounds, 0.06 ounces for a size 61, which still isn't bad, which considering you having 32 tires on there. But we'll go ahead and get into everything on this bike. So handlebars we changed. These are not the stock handlebars. These are a Ritchie. I think these are carbon bars I put on here, if I do remember. Yeah, those are a Ritchie carbon fiber bar. It's a 46 centimeter bar from width to width. Obviously we need a bigger width for the shoulders for the guy, so we wanted to make it more acclimated to him. When we had the 44s on here, he said the breathing cavity was just a little bit too closed off, so we went the 46 on here. Did a little bit of a crossbar as well to make it a little bit wider, gave him kind of a little bit of a rise to it, and then more of an ergo bar to help out. He's getting some hand numbness. Then on here, we took the stem they had on there. He just said the bike felt like it was a little bit too close together. So we put a zip carbon fiber Sprinter stem. I figured, what's the beefiest stem I can get on here? Again, it's an expensive choice, but he wanted to be a little bit more upright and something that, you know, he liked the look of the zip too. So I figured, why not go with that? And then we kept the stock components for now because we're thinking about doing electronics down the road, but we just want to worry about mainly the bike for right now. So we have Shimano 105 hydraulic disc brakes, and it's a mechanical. So 2 gears in the front, 11 in the back, works great. And then on here we have the custom zips we made. So it's a Zip 404 wheel, carbon clincher. They are tubeless ready, but we just kept it with tubes in there right now. You have a Gator Skin 700 by 32 tire. So if you guys are wondering, for an ALLEZ Sprint 2021 disc, a 32 tire does fit. There is no rub. The clearance is there. Same for the back as well. It works really well. So if you guys are wondering, you can put a 32 up on there. Aluminum frame, carbon fiber fork. We have 105 brake calipers on there. We have Shimano Dura-Ace disc brakes on there. I think you just did the calipers or the rotors just to make it look more aesthetically good. Bottom bracket is going to be still the standard OSBB, specialized OSB bottom bracket. So it's a BB30 bearing inside there. I think that they are working on the Specialized ALLEZ to do a revamp. I don't know. This is just me all guessing, but we haven't seen anything done to a Specialized ALLEZ disc in a while. So I'm thinking that they're, one, either gonna make the ALLEZ disc maybe fully integrated, like follow suit with the Tarmacs and the Venges, and two, I'm gonna guess that they're gonna probably go back to a threaded bottom bracket on the ALLEZ Sprint as well. So, damn, look at that color. This is a 2021 model. They have this in the red color, and they also have it in a matte black and vivid pink. But very good looking. DT Swiss 350 wheel, our hub in the front, 14 gauge spokes, like I said. And this has been a solid, I want to say, 1.5 years on the bike, so, or a year about on the bike. So no issues, no complaints, no broken spokes. He did get a couple flat tires with the 28s on there. You gotta think he's a bigger guy, so putting down that weight, he'll get a little bit more flats on there. Crank on here, we have the Shimano Dura-Ace dual-sided power meter crank through Shimano directly, and I believe it is a 5339 on there. We have the 105 front derailleur with just a regular cable. You can see a little power meter magnet right there. If you guys are wondering what this is for, this is a magnet to read the power meter on here. In the rear, you have a Shimano 105 rear derailleur, Shimano 105 chain, and then you have a, Ultegra chain and Ultegra cassette on here. I believe this is 1128. So yeah, we did replace the ratchets inside this back wheel. It is a GT350 hub, but we put the 54 tooth ratchet in there. So sounds very nice. So it's a Zip 404 rear carbon clincher rim in the back, 14 gauge spokes again, and a DT350 hub in the rear with 54 tooth ratchets, and the same Gator Skin 700 by 32 tire. So no issues, like I said, climbing or nothing like that. And then you have the power meter pod on this side as well for the dual-sided. 105 rear brake caliper in the rear, and then a Dura-Ace 140 rear rotor in the back with the through axle on there. Carbon fiber seat post on the ALLEZ Sprints, if you guys know about it. This is like a similar seat to the Venge Vice. I think actually the exact same seat post as the Venge Vice. So it is a aluminum frame with a carbon fiber seat post. And then the saddle as well, we put a 168. Saddles are all preference to every single person, but we put a 168 on here just for a little bit more width to accommodate his bigger size. It's an S-Works seat post carbon fiber. And then you can kind of see here, you have all the smart welds on here. So you see right there, it says ALLEZ smart weld. So you have the extra buffing right here for the weldings. The bottom bracket beef up, boom, boom, and here. And what that does is that they're just reinforcing those those points where there is flex on the frames. So what they do is they reinforce the weldings here, here, the bottom bracket area, the down tube, and the top tube area. And what that does is when you're sprinting or putting on power laterally, the bike will not flex as much as not a normal reinforced frame. So whenever you're sprinting back and forth, the power won't, you won't lose power. It's just going to take off and go faster, if that makes sense. So the reinforced weldings are there to help with the better sprint points. So it's definitely a lot better. And also, if anyone else is wondering, maybe people are thinking, hey, maybe it's just a one-off. I also did it for another one of his football buddies, actually offensive lineman, I think 300 plus pounds as well, 6'4", 6'5". Same bike. He didn't do carbon wheels. He kept with the DT R470s, and he rides that bike too. So just remember, it's a 14 gauge spoke, a lot thicker of a spoke on there, but a 14 gauge spoke, and it helped out tremendously. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I mean, it definitely worked out good, and he hasn't had any issues with it. But I figured I'd just show this off. So, Specialized ALLEZ Sprint Smart Weld Technology, size 61, weighed in at 22 pounds, 0.06 ounces. Retail on the bike without anything done to it was $2,200. With the upgrades he made to it was probably around, I want to say $5,500. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye. Hey everyone, real quick before the free buy contest, just want to say a huge thank you to John for letting me showcase his bike. It was a pleasure doing all these custom builds to it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, you want to make sure everything you do is going right. But I told him every single time I did an upgrade, I was like, hey man, you know, this is my first time working with something like this as well. So just, you know, thank you for everything. And he worked with me on a couple of things, and we just went back and forth, and that was it. So again, huge shout out to him. And also pedal wise, he chose speed plays on here to go with the wider stance, bigger Q factor to help, you know, like I said, a bigger guy, so he just has a bigger stance. It will kind of alleviate some of that knee pain he was getting. So that should help a lot. But again, thank you guys. Thank you, John. Thank you to everyone who's helped out this channel and support it grow. And we do have a 10K subscriber giveaway coming up too as well. So thank you to everyone who's kind of been helping the channel. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye. Okay, we have the Zip 404 rim here with the 14 gauge spokes and a DT Swiss 350 hub on here. And we put inside the internals of the hub a 54 tooth ratchet for better sounding. And it's with a 700 by 32C gator skin tire. So here's a free buy sound test right here. Holy freaking loud. But yeah, that thing came out beautiful. You can see how well the thing was balanced too. Great job. I mean, honestly, it's holding up some good weight there. So thank you guys again so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.